Lisa Gawlas, November's intense light waves, December's call to action and the rise into the Emerald City of 2017. I spend a lot of time thinking about all the information, techniques, wonder that comes through each and every reading. Equally, understanding the more we practice what is coming through, the less we have to practice and the more instantaneous it is in outcome. I know you have heard that before. We have been saying the same with meditation. It really is all by sheer thought, coupled of course, with pure emotion, that anything transpires. How often through any given day do you think, I can't do something, or the reasons why you have not yet, or any other thing that keeps you from what you are capable of doing or having, or something even more natural? Being. Being causes you to have. It will never be the other way around. As I see you, which is how your soul and spirit sees you, you are the ascended master and body. There is no more getting to that point, you are there. I think part of our problem as a collective, we have created stories that amplified those other masters we are aware of, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna and so on, and left out any of their humanness in our stories. They all burped, farted, had base emotions that actually lifted their higher emotions, and I would be a dime to a dollar. They even told dirty jokes and got pissed off now and again. We get to be human, we get to be ourselves. Ascended human masters incarnate in physicality, in the body you see when you look in the mirror. That said, I don't even see your physical body anymore, your light field, your soul energy is now a living partnered energy within you, that I see the light of your body and all that goes with it. A few people this last week or so asked me to look at their body. Was like how I had seen it before my whole changed. No, it's not, you are a luminous being of light. I now see your light body. For those showing up outside the office in what my team calls 11D, I can now only see what you brought in, to your life, to this realm, and embodied. So I see all these new enhancements because you work to have them, to use them, to play with them and take yourselves to the next level of awesomeness. With all that said, something happened. Or should I say, didn't happen through one of the readings that really has me puzzled. I find it incredibly easy to transition from a regular reading, sitting inside my office, to connecting with the ET realm, moving outside my office. I was doing an ET reading when my beautiful lady asked me about something personal in her life, and oddly enough, I would have had to. I am not even sure how to say this, sort of like get off that platform of light and move, perceptually, not literally, downwards to see or hear the reply in that area. Meaning I would have had to close down the reading and restart it from a different level of connection. It really shocked me, so of course, I had to ponder the way of it. Well, the pondering made me realize the things I hadn't realized before. Smile. The reason you show up just outside my office walls when we are in a reading, is because I am seeing you or you really are now. Light-filled, dynamic, unencumbered. However, that is not how you are seeing yourself right now. So through the personal readings, we gather all your physical energy from inside the office and place you out in the expanded field of life, ready to be that, now. However, there are a few who actually show up further away from the office walls. One man was out over the marina when we connected. This, I had no idea, shows ownership of your mastery. Meaning, you are using it, expanding it, and getting more online. Meaning, just like when we are connecting directly to the ETs, we are living the unified field of creation, limitlessly instead of bobbing back and forth from created reality to limitlessness. This is why it is easy for me to move from your personal light field to the unified connection of our ETs, but I have to backtrack the energy field to go from ET to personal. Geez, that's not the right wording. I hope I am somewhat clear on what I am trying to say. Now to change the subject a bit, through some of the ET connections this week, it was revealed, I think we know this, but hearing it said just makes it really knowable lol, that our connections to our star friends is really forcing us to enhance, to become fluid in our telepathic skills. Most of the higher beings we connect to, that I call ETs, do not use language, it's old and cumbersome, and dare I say, intensely limiting. So they speak telepathically. They equally know their limitlessness and want to reflect that back to you, so you can embody your own limitless in a realm that appears to be incredibly limiting. I also know from a decade and a half of doing readings, when we are in person, the energy field is radically different than when we are tele-connected. Imagine we meet an ET in person, we would be forced to use our telepathic abilities to communicate, or do sign language lol. I would be tripping all over my own density trying to keep my telepathic ability high enough to fluently connect and communicate. I am still working through some fear issues. Not all ETs look like us, at all. If one showed up and actually sat on the porch with me, my fine connection skills would bottom out as my heart pounded trying to avoid a heart attack. We are a work in progress. And no, we are progressing. Let's recap this life-changing year, as we walk into the final 2 months of this grand finale. First quarter was all about energy, enhancing energy to build up the platform of mastery we now live and love upon. Influx after influx, body and air wired to the hilt. And then we emerged into the second quarter. The most common theme in all those readings was change. Be prepared for change, grab it when it comes. Don't hold back. And practice the enhanced abilities now living as part of your DNA. I kinda missed the third quarter, well, reading the field that is, since my own life disassembled itself and was resurrected in a land I could never even imagine being brought to. As I re-enter the field of light though, I see so many of us have gone through radical change in one degree or another. So many of our parents and grandparents made their final exit during this time, and will continue to, as they lift up the old platforms of density and take them back to the realm of spirit. And here we are. The last and final quarter of this year, well, everything really. This month, October, was a reorientation to our expanded selves. Owning and working as the Master Incarnate. Using the basic numerology I have been, we can look at October as a one vibration. New beginnings as a culmination of all we let go and brought this year. We are now being the master in the holy land called Earth. Next month is pure light. Wave after wave of light energy will be coming in to solidify all that we allowed ourselves to be. A 2 vibration, duality. Duality is our gift, our strength, our playground of creation like no other. We tend to look at duality from its negative side, but man oh man what a wonder it is. We have so much available here, we have matter to play with, to reinvent, remold, take apart and reassemble anew. To include ourselves. To be able to fully use the energy that is now part of us, we must flip the coin of duality over. See yourselves not as the limited human but the extraordinary soul playing in a, non-fixed, human container. With that statement I get the rush I felt when I was listening to my audiobook Conversations with God, and God said highly evolved beings in other realms knows how to disassemble and reassemble their bodies, for transportation. We have that same ability as the human soul too. We just have to know it. I am leaning there. Gonna take some work and practice solidifying that fact within myself. Then we come to December, the third and final month that is the grand finale. It is by no accident it is happening in the month we all turn our eyes and hearts to an amazing Master and celebrate the Christ Mass. 3. Action and communication. And as we close out the year, the grand old story of life and enter the Master story, we enter the Emerald City of Life. Well, I am going to leave us on that cliffhanger, since this is all new to me this morning lol. As I have got to get ready to go to the office. Just for the record, I finally talked to the main man Tony in the office yesterday and there are no permission slips needed to have a house lighting party. So, it's on with no complications. November 10th starting about noon. This is nothing fancy, nothing particular. I really just want your high vibe shining in my new home with laughter and high conversations about spirit and us and the joy of it all. I am in Stonehenge and Tarpon Springs and I will give the address in my blog and on Facebook on the 9th, or via email if you want it sooner. If you can bring a cover dish, that would be great, if not, that's okay too. On a completely separate note, I do want to remind everyone that I will be raising my prices December 1st. My team is on my ass about that and I know they know things I cannot even entertain, so I will give in to their constant reminder and deadline. They have even increased the increase. I gotta say though, spirit is like that. push you into your comfort zone, then take you out of it and place you higher. Also, my hour readings will go from $99 to $149. My 30-minute will go from $59 to $84. The 15 and 45 minutes will be divisions of that. This is the largest price increase I have done in 11 years. I will also be dropping the 342 packages and replacing them with a BOGO, buy one get one at half price. That will be a forever, well, as long as forever lasts in our lives these days and years lol, special. It's just replacing the 342 ongoing special. I love you all so damn much and thank you for taking me to places of illumination and understanding I would not go without your luminosity sharing such profound wonder. Hugs, of love and joy and light waves sealing the deal to and through all. Lisa Gawlas.